Another story in the NFL that has got my attention. I am super intrigued by this, and it's an interesting conversation. Kyler Murray, the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals, who a year ago, remember, Kyler, this was the story with Kyler and his contract. And I'm sorry, EB, his agent, that's my dude. EB getting a lot of money. EB, you getting a lot of money. Eric Burkhart, you're getting a lot of bread out here, bro. He's the agent for Terrence Steele. He's got a new deal. He was the agent for Cliff Kingsbury. He was the agent for Kyler Murray. Getting a lot of bread out here. Anybody from Texas Tech signs with EB. EB, you getting a lot of bread out here, bro. Gonna have you on the show one day. Talk about all this bread you getting. But Kyler Murray signed that $230 million contract. Guaranteed. Ooh. But the talk about it initially was that they put a clause in the contract about him actually doing some study hours. That boy get on that game, but he ain't studying that playbook. People said, oh, it's colors, it's Ross, and they went back in and changed it. But I'm like, nobody put that in the contract if that ain't really happening. But this new interesting story is one, Kyler Murray's coming off the ACL injury. And if you watch the Cardinals closely or pay attention a little bit, they've kind of been doing this fire sale, getting rid of some guys, trading some guys away, kind of just, they want to organically tank. And a lot of teams are saying, boy, we need to tank for Caleb. Cut bait for Caleb. Caleb Williams being the Heisman front runner, the reigning Heisman winner and front runner, quarterback at USC, who you saw him on display this Saturday, marveled at what he was able to do. But a lot of teams are saying we want to get good. We want to get bad enough to get good enough to get Caleb Williams. But this story is pretty interesting because the Cardinals in 2024 owe Kyler Murray $37 million. In 2025 owe Kyler Murray $29 million. And in 2026 owe him $26 million in injury guarantees if he can't pass a physical by March 1st of those given years. So right now, Kyler is on the PUP list, meaning that he'll miss the first 4 games of the season. Now, this is an interesting topic because if they move Kyler to IR, he misses the entire season. And you can kind of say that the Cardinals are playing a little bit of dirty pool here. And the fact that they can keep Kyler off the field because what you guys don't know is that injured players or certain type of players, when you look at Kyler's contract, will have that guaranteed money. So if they keep him off the field, then maybe they can do some things if they decide to cut him or let him go or trade him or, eat some of that money up when they trade him away to someone else. If they keep him off the field and he's healthy during those dates, especially for that $37 million that he's due in 2024, guaranteed. The Raiders did a similar thing like this to David Carr. And the coach did the same thing with Matt Ryan when they benched him and then they brought him back, but they benched him again because they were saying, if you're hurt, we got to give you all this money no matter what. So you just keep an eye on this thing as it works through the season with Kyler Murray. All the money that's due to him if he is injured, it's guaranteed. So maybe they can do some other things if they decide to trade him away because the Cardinals are clearly trying to organically tank. And I don't blame them. Because the Cardinals have really shot themselves in the foot, I should say. Because they thought hiring, which I thought was an absolute bad hire, Cliff Kingsbury, who did nothing in college but lose as a head coach. I know that he had Johnny Manziel and he had Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma, had some other players. But as a head coach, he sucked. Huh?
And Kyler at A&M too.
And Kyler, yeah, at A&M. He did nothing but suck as a head coach. But they paid him all that money. And when he came in, he's like, you know what? They had just They had just got Josh Rosen. They had just drafted Josh Rosen. The Cardinals did. And Cliff came in and he said, well, in my system, it runs well with Kyler Murray. Look what we did in college. The numbers show. So they went and said, bye-bye, Josh Rosen, and brought in Kyler Murray. And it worked for a little bit. Remember, they started out like 8-0, 7-0, and then it just all went downhill. And hadn't been right since. Cliff Kingsbury he was in Bali. He was in Bali, chilling. I think he's working, where's he working at now? He's a consultant or OC for somebody now.
Assistant at USC.
Assistant at USC. So he's still making money hand over fist. But he was in Bali chilling. And the whole Kyler Murray experiment isn't working out. Hurt. They don't really want him there. So this is an interesting topic to pay attention to throughout the football season.